Welcome and thank you for taking a few minutes to see just how simple it is to complete your ACA 1095 filings using the Aatrix eFile solution. You'll access the Aatrix solution through your host software by simply clicking on the Federal Forms list or the ACA direct link, however it is presented to you in your host software. The first screen you're going to see is an opportunity to go ahead and test drive the software. You can do this at any time during the year. This gives you the opportunity to get familiar with how the process works without any danger of accidentally filing something or making a mistake. This is simply an opportunity to see how the software works. We're going to verify that you're using the correct EIN in case you have more than one EIN that you are filing for. We're going to ask you if you have multiple files for this single EIN. Oftentimes with restaurants or other large companies, there are multiple databases for a single EIN. You'll do each one separately and they'd be merged at the end of the process. The company information screen is important because this is what's going to appear on the 1095 that is mailed to your employees. We're going to ask you if you're filing for yourself or if you are a third-party filer. The IRS has a couple of other pieces of information that they require from third-party filers. Going to ask you if you're a designated government entity. Most of you are not. Simply click, I'm filing for my own company. We'll give you some options on how to obscure Social Security numbers. Simply choose the one you would like to use and move forward. Once you've completed the short setup process, you'll begin to go through the questions required in order to complete your filing. First one here asks you if you are self-insured. In most cases, you would say no. They're going to ask you the total number of 1095-C forms that you're going to be submitting. We're going to ask you if you're an ALE member. Go ahead and answer yes or no to that. Are all your employees included? Click yes. That'll put in that number. Are you required to submit a state ACA? More and more states are requiring it. This year there are 3. There are 3 more that have passed laws already active on the 1st of January, and there are at least 6 more states considering. They're going to ask you if you are part of an aggregated ALE group. Again, that's information that you would have. Once you've answered those questions, simply click Next. You're going to begin a step-by-step process. It begins with your employee contact information. You can see at the top of the screen that your employees are listed, addresses, phone numbers, the city they live in. You can have the opportunity here if you notice something that is wrong. If someone got married and you have not changed that name yet, you can do that here. Employee covered individuals applies to those people who are self-insured. You can see here that the screen is blank because we have listed no self-insured employees. You're going to have the opportunity to provide electronic only delivery. This has to be approved by the employee. And there would be a checkbox in the box that you see here under the column electronic only. You do have to have an email address for them. If you look at employee coverage, this is where your codes are going to be listed. It's going to ensure that you've made your minimum qualified offer. This will be listed over here on the left-hand side. As I scroll over, you can see the plans as they are listed. Once you've confirmed that information, you move forward, and I'll have the option to select the level of service you're looking for. Obviously, the best practice is the complete eFile service, where we will take care of everything for you, including printing and mailing your employee copies. You have the opportunity to purchase a PDF archive. You can do that for $34.95 plus a little shipping and handling. This will be provided to you in the form of a flash drive. You can take that off-site, put it in a fire safe, and hold it at your leisure. This is just to review what we are in fact going to be doing for you. This is going to say you're e-filing your federal 1095-C, e-filing federal 1094-C. We're mailing your employee copies of the 1095-C, and we're providing you the opportunity to print your employer copies. Do have the opportunity to review all of the forms exactly as they will appear. The first is the federal 1094-C. Next, you'll see the federal 1095s for each of your employees. You can page through them if you'd like. Review each one. These are the instructions and the 1095 notice. This is printed on the back of the copies that your employees will receive. However, if you wish to print some and hand them out, or if you have an employee request, it is available for you here. These are your employer copies. They are, in fact, stored in a history file. You can retrieve them at any time. If you wish to print them out and keep them in a box somewhere, you can do that. These are the employee 1095-Cs. Once again, you can review each of these if you wish. Once you've reviewed the forms, you'll simply log into the Aatrix eFile Center using the same login that you used when you enrolled. The first screen you're going to see is your enrollment information. It's going to just make sure that we have the right contact information, that we're filing for the right company, and that we have your address and phone numbers correct. The pricing information is going to be given so you know exactly how much this is going to cost. You have the opportunity to select a mailing date. If you do not select a mailing date, the 1095s will be in the mail to your employees the next business day. We're going to need a credit card information in order to pay for the processing. This is going to confirm the mailing address for that flash drive if you request a PDF archive. This is one last confirmation screen that says we're going to file your 1095s. This is the address, and here is the cost. Once you submit this, you're going to receive a confirmation. We're going to email it to the address that you have provided. The AFID number that you see there is important because if you have any questions about that filing or have any support requirements down the road, you're going to need that. It's going to be included in that email. It's also available to you at efile.aatrix.com in your confirmation. So you can check this out at any time. You don't have to remember it. If you have online delivery only, for some of these people, you can go through this process and that'll email the passwords and access information directly to your employees. That's how simple it is to complete your ACA 1095 filing using the Aatrix eFile solution.